Welcome back, 6:38, and we're joined now with Matt Zika, warning coordinations meteorologist from the National Weather Service office in Negaunee Township. Matt, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you bet. So we're here to talk about Michigan Winter Weather Awareness Week. Just give us a broad brush about what that's about.
Well, Michigan Winter Weather Awareness Week is just a week the governor designates every fall, early winter, for folks to start to take their preparations and precautions to get ready for our long 6 months of winter that we're about to face. Just like we do a week in the spring talking about summertime hazards, we do a week in the fall because we're not going to stop winter from coming, and it's on the way.
Well, that makes sense, and it seems well timed because it does seem like Mother Nature is providing a couple of hints, you know, and so we'll be looking ahead at some winter weather. But it is necessary because a lot of folks, and especially last year was such a brutal year that folks kind of tend to tune out these signals that winter is coming, right?
Right, and you know, people ask, well, we live in the UP, we're used to winter and we're used to the snow and cold, but yet just last week when we had our first dusting of snow, I saw people, they were out there trying to get the ice off their cars and they didn't have scrapers in their car. People weren't dressed appropriately for the cold weather. So this, I mean, it's really simple common sense for folks to dig their winter stuff out, make sure they have tires that are good tires on their vehicle. And if anybody's driving to Marquette County this morning, they probably are going to figure that out.
Right.
If you're slip and sliding, it may be time to look at maybe improving your tires, and then putting safety kits in your vehicle. You did a story not that long ago on that, but very simple, easy thing to do, putting jumper cables, some water, some food, blankets especially, in case you do get stranded during one of our harsh blizzards or one of those cold winter nights, and before somebody can get to rescue you.
Yeah, those are all good points. And you know what, Matt? We've been pretty lucky so far. We've seen below average snowfall so far this season, and we haven't had a whole lot of extremely cold days. Of course, that is all about to change. So again, this is fairly well timed. Talk to us, Matt, about some of the stuff that we want folks to be sure and remember. We've kind of touched on the car care. What about for inside the home and family?
Well, really even inside your home, because a lot of times this year people are using alternate heat sources, getting prepared for, you know, the really cold nights.
Yeah.
And so folks should make sure, obviously, if they have space heaters and things like that, that they're located in a place where you don't have to worry about fires. Also, carbon monoxide issues are a big concern this time of year. So any of those alternate heat sources that do produce that, we want to make sure folks are or have that equipment checked out to make sure that they're not putting themselves or their families in harm's way.
Yeah, those are all great points, and so again, this is all well timed. Talk to us though, obviously we're still kind of reeling from the brutal cold from last year. What's the outlook looking like for us?
You're putting me on the spot this morning. I will say that, and you could come back and tar and feather me next spring, but this winter will not be as brutal as last winter. The persistence and the brutality of the cold we saw was something that you see maybe every once in 115 or 20 years last winter. But I will guarantee it's going to get cold. There will be snow. Yeah. It's not Matt sitting on the show this morning saying, Matt said it's going to be a warm winter.
No,
because I'm not saying that.
Right.
But we will not see a repeat performance of that brutal cold that we saw last winter.
Yeah, most of us up here, that was certainly a record-breaking cold. It was one of my worst winters that I had experienced. So just playing the odds statistically alone, that is unlikely to be a repeat. But again, that being said, we'll have plenty of cold snaps and plenty of snow to deal with too, well into March, and it looks like that's about to start here very soon.
Right, yeah, it looks like we're heading into, I mean, although it looks like we're heading into a 10-day period here of colder weather, but we may start to moderate again by the end of the month. But all the deer hunters getting ready for the end of next week, they should have their snow on the ground and pretty good, ideal hunting conditions too by the end of next week.
So it's a give and take, a little good and a little bad. Well, Matt, thanks for joining us. We appreciate that. Oh, and by the way, you guys are the Edmund Fitzgerald sinking anniversary coming up. Let's just tell me about that.
Monday is obviously the 39th anniversary of the Edmund Fitzgerald sinking in Lake Superior. Yeah. And actually beginning tomorrow, Saturday, the Weather Service Twitter feed will be sending out some live tweets as if it was the final voyage of the Edmund Fitzgerald across Lake Superior, and kind of chronicling that through the weekend and culminating that on Monday when the reports came in that they lost the ship on eastern Lake Superior. So anybody interested in following the Weather Service Twitter feed, NWS Marquette, and it'd be kind of a neat historical thing to follow along through the weekend and early next week.
Yeah, be sure and jump on social media and follow National Weather Service Marquette. Matt, again, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on. It's always a good time to chat.
All right, we're hopefully getting all ready for winter. Stick around for more of your TV6 Morning News.